Hey guys, today I want to talk about the draw stroke and how to properly get the pistol in your hand with a good grip each and every time for consistency. First thing I want to discuss is making sure your gear is set up properly and, more importantly, consistently the same way each and every time. If you're going to run some sort of an inner and outer belt system, that'll be ideal, and that'll make sure that the holster is in the same spot each and every time, regardless of which type of pants or shorts I might be wearing. If you're going to be carrying concealed, make sure you're carrying in the same spot each and every time. If you're carrying on your hip today and your cargo pocket tomorrow and your pants pocket the next day, ankle the next day after that, there's no consistency, and what happens is in a stressful situation, you're going to revert back to your training and it's all over the place and you won't have a consistent or a proper press each and every time. So to do that, I want to make sure my gear is set up the same way each and every time, however it might be comfortable for me. I'm going to make sure that happens. Next, I'm looking at a three-step process. I want to acquire the grip in the holster because for me it's very important to make sure I have a good two-handed grip on the gun before I get out to the target and start engaging. First thing I want to do is look for 2 points of contact in the holster. First point of contact is the web of my firing hand as high as possible in the back strap of the pistol. Second point of contact is just in front of my middle knuckle underneath the trigger guard. Now once that second point of contact gets to the bottom of the trigger guard, that's the momentum I'm going to use to come up and out of the holster and go toward the downrange area. At that point there's no stopping, it's going straight toward the downrange area at that point. Position 1, first point of contact, second point of contact. Simultaneously, as I'm moving my right hand to the gun, you notice that my support hand is going toward the center of my chest, ready to accept the pistol. Once the pistol clears the holster and I'm pointing straight down range, my support hand, I'm looking for a third point of contact. The index finger of my non-firing hand underneath the trigger guard as high as possible. The safety is still on and my finger is still out of the trigger at this point. And this will be what we call position 2, or some might call it the high ready position. Next, I'm looking to extend the pistol straight toward the downrange area, taking the safety off, finger going into the trigger guard as I'm rotating my support hand into a 45-degree angle downward to ensure I'm going to get proper recoil management, acquiring my sights, and once I have an acceptable sight picture on target, dropping the shot. The great thing about utilizing this easy three-step system is regardless of where your hands are, whether they're in the up position, down position, maybe you're on your steering wheel driving your vehicle, maybe you're holding your child's hand, getting to position 1 is all the same. Maybe you're out changing a tire on your vehicle and a situation arises. You're going to stand up, get to position 1, 2, 3, and mount the pistol onto the target. It's all the same technique will apply. So regardless of wherever your hand position might be before the situation arises or the buzzer goes off in competition, you can revert back to your training and understand you can have proper technique each and every time. Some of the common mistakes I see on the range as it relates to the draw is folks will sometimes try to cheat what I call position 2 to 3 to get a faster draw stroke, and they don't have proper technique. So they might have poor technique here, and as the gun comes out of the holster, once they get to position 2, they just simply touch off around and throw a shot down range, so that way the clock on the timer says it's a faster shot. However, what I want to do is make sure that I'm creating hand speed to the gun. If I want to have a faster first shot, just as that B and beep expires, or just as the buzzer begins to go off, that reaction time, I want to get to the gun at a high rate of speed. To getting to position 1. If I do this over and over again in dry fire at half speed, it allows me to revert back to that training, whether it be competitively or in a stressful environment. I can revert back to that training and have proper technique. Creating hand speed allows me to be faster to the gun and a faster overall time without losing technique. So quick hand speed to the gun, and then once I'm here from position 2 to 3, it has to be a straight push toward the downrange area. It does a couple of things for me. One, it's faster, being able to bring the pistol here, but I'm also able to acquire my sights as I'm pushing out downrange. And it's consistency. Just if I'm drawing the pistol, reloading the pistol, entering a position, everything comes here into the front of the face, and I can drive straight downrange, acquiring my sight picture as I'm pushing out. Depending on the distance or the difficulty of that shot will dictate how long I wait for the sight to stabilize, but nonetheless, I'm going to get on that target at a high rate of speed. I'm essentially bringing the pistol straight toward the downrange area and stabbing into the center of that target, acquiring my sight pictures. Sometimes having a fast draw stroke or a proper draw stroke just means moving less. Hands go to the gun, gun goes to the target. It's that simple. If your upper body's moving, if your lower body's moving, a couple things happen. You're going to be slow. The gun itself will be moving into the holster, so you're probably going to get an improper technique on the draw itself or a grip. And then after that, you're just going to lose your balance. As you bring the pistol up to the target, your feet might move slightly, taking you off target, or even worse, as you start to shoot multiple shots at a high rate of speed, you're going to lose your balance altogether and lose your recoil management. Hey, I'm Max Michel, and I'm on Gun District. Why aren't you?